In silence, a guide has entered this life. In silence. His message is only heard in silence. Take a sip of his precious wine and lose yourself. Don't insult the greatness of his love, for he helps all those who suffer in silence. Polish the mirror between the breaths. Go with him beyond words. He knows your every deed. He is the one who moves the wheel of heaven in silence. Every thought is buried in your heart. He will reveal them one by one in silence. Turn each of your thoughts into a bird and let them fly to the other world. One is an owl, one is a falcon, one is a crow. Each one is different from the others, but they are all the same in silence. To see the moon that cannot be seen, turn your eyes inward and look at yourself in silence. In this world and the next, don't talk about this and that. Let him show you everything shining as one in silence. Silence gives answers. When the personal ego's thoughts and desires are stripped away, we behold ourselves as we were in the original state and as we shall be in the final one. In other words, we behold ourselves as pure consciousness, absolute awareness, alone, in its divine solitude and stillness. Through mindfulness and meditation practice, one feels gathered into the depths of the silence, enfolded by it, and then hidden within it. In this silence, we intuit the mysterious, inexplicable, invisible, and higher power, which remains forever nameless, formless, and shapeless. This silence, or inner stillness, is the divine part of every human being. In failing to look for it, we fail to make the most out of our possibilities, infinite possibilities. When seeking it, we often miss it because there is simply nothing there. That means no things. No emotions, no thoughts, sensations, or perceptions. Nothing. This blissful state, wherein the mind recognizes itself for what it is, wherein all activity is stilled except for that of pure awareness alone, and even then, it is an awareness without an object. Awareness being aware of being aware as itself and through itself alone. This is the heart of absolute experience. As the great Sufi poet Rumi once wrote, "Let silence take you to the core of life. Silence gives answers." The one who penetrates to this depth of meditation is completely and utterly lost to the world. Lost indeed to everything, including the personal, conditioned, false, and egoic personal self. Indeed, the stillness inherent in each one of us has so much to give humanity, yet we routinely ignore and neglect it. This glorious pause and respite of blissful peace, when thoughts naturally come to rest and speech is silenced, should be valued much more and accorded its proper worth. Indeed, this silence itself is true peace, because here we are inwardly at peace with ourselves, with others, and with the divine. If you understand the first word of Zen, you will know the last word. The last word, or the first word, is not a word. In the ordinary person, consciousness remains only at the fringes, but in the awakened, it could be drawn upon at any time and at will to abide and remain in this centered stillness. The stillness may speak directly to our hearts in a clear feeling, or leave its value and existence to be inferred from more subtle clues provided. It is not the kind of silence which shuts anyone else out rudely. It is too benevolent for that, too concentrated in seeking the inner reality to be so negative. With an untroubled soul, abiding in ourselves, we enjoy extreme happiness. This tranquility may be described as resembling sweet sleep, or perhaps a lamp which in calm air burns without flickering. As time goes on, fixing awareness in and on itself, inwardly purified, one sees the soul in oneself. So just sing to me in the silence of your heart, and eye consciousness will rise up to hear your triumphant song. Silence gives answers. In silence. Much credit. Quotes drawn from the great Sufi poet Rumi. Thank you for listening. Namaste. And remember, one love.